Alrighty, let's put this show on the road. Alright, stream is starting, so let us begin. Greetings everyone, my name is Eduardo, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. This is a 79th general level live stream, where I'll cover a combination of both Veersman levels and levels that I find online. However, because I have over 35 levels currently in my level queue, I'll only be covering Veersman levels. I had over 50 or 60 during the morning live stream, so if we submit any new levels during the stream, I won't be able to get to it tonight. I'm hoping to cover at least 7 or 8 levels, but we'll see. So let's start off with this level, Stormy Chill-Out by Mario Obsessed 2019, aka Pixelboy, with 85 plays and a score of 26. If you want whatever levels we cover in the future, please leave the level ID in the chat. So welcome to stream Jedok, J9, YouTube, yes it's me, Mr. Lee, and anyone else who I missed, as well as all the people using the other services. We had an amazing 40 viewers during the morning stream. Almost as amazing as last week's stream. Welcome to the stream as well, Glacier Wolf. If all goes well, your level will be the 6th covered. The joys of having so many more new levels and people joining up. Well, at least this remix of Acid Man's theme is a bit different. It's not the usual one we hear from the NSF. True, and it is a different NSF. Yeah, I heard about it. It was put on hold, and apparently it was put outside of on hold. It's been resumed anyway. I hope it's gonna do about as well as the Sonic movie did. Hopefully they don't screw up the design and have to wait another month to fix it. Figures it'll be live action, also by Paramount. Let's hope they take the lessons they learned from the Sonic movie in terms of design and don't screw it up horribly. Is it going to be an origin story, or is it going to be something in midline the classic series? Not quite, YouTube. The NSF replacement sounds different than this one. This is the official NSF used by Mega Man Maker. And there was a non-profit Mega Man movie by, I think, Blue Core Studios. It was okay. Jim Carrey is Dr. Wily. Considering how well he worked for Dr. Robotnik, maybe that'll work too. Let me guess, he still maintains his original weakness. Yep. An overall decent, fun stage. Short to medium length. Jim Carrey's Mega Man, I don't think that would work. He works better for the scientist characters, maybe as Dr. Light. Second up is Acid Paradise by Heavy Elite, with 5 plays and a score of 2. FYI, this stream will run for about an hour to 90 minutes. The link to the queue is in the description below, Lepadio. Good we have infinite usage of this. If you want to see the queue, just open up the description and click on queue. Yeah, he doesn't really fit the role for Mega Man for me. Maybe as Dr. Light, but especially as more as Dr. Wily. If it's gonna be an origin story, we'll probably see the main 6 Roadmasters, perhaps with some cameos from Time and Oil Man. That'll probably be there too. I mean, in the Sonic movie we had a Sonic joke. It just looked ugly and not faithful enough to the classic series. The new design, though, much better. And the way the movie turned out wasn't that bad. I was expecting it to... Many of us were expecting it to do a lot worse. It's a sequel hook. Do you know what I want to see? A Sega cinematic universe. Three movies and a Robotnik spin-off. Wow. I knew they were gonna make a sequel, but I didn't expect a Robotnik spin-off. Sonic did okay to decent. Well, it was the best grossing video game movie, direct video game adaptation, so I guess it did good. I'm talking more about how the movie was set up. And in a way, I think it did slightly better with its plot compared to Detective Pikachu. So maybe we will get a Mega Man animated cinematic universe too. Yeah, Ristar movie, Space Channel 5, Crazy Taxi, Skies of Arcadia. I mean, alternate universes and multiple worlds exist in the Sonic movie. We already saw Mushroom Hill. What else could be there? Yeah, and it sucked, YouTube. Let's hope the new one is better. I'm not sure if it's an animated or live action one, the new one being developed. Well, if we're gonna have a Crazy Taxi movie, it's probably gonna be a comedy. But I would like to see the lore given in Ristar or Alex Kidd, or even Skies of Arcadia. I could think of Ristar fitting in with the Sonic lore by nature of them being aliens or extraterrestrials. Who's writing the plot, though? So I guess it's gonna be animated. So I'm not worried about the 3D animation. What I'm more worried about is the plot. Yeah, I'd recommend at least trying it out. Maybe wait for a discount or wait for the DVD. Yeah, Dynamite Heady, I remember that, for the Genesis. Oh, this may be a problem. What? I didn't even hit him and he died. Probably Sonic first. He got so afraid of the pile driver he just jumped off screen. Amazing. 10 out of 10. Third up is Crimson Engine by Dr. Albert W Wily, aka Papyrus, with 29 plays and a score of 10. I don't know, the Sonic OVA I feel is in a different category of its own. Oh boy, Wheel Cutter and Pile Driver at the same time. You saw how much fun I had in the previous stream when I had both of them. Thank you, Galaxy Man, but I won't be able to cover tonight. I'll save it for later. And to be fair, that wasn't that bad of a animated movie anyways. People were really worried about it. People were really worried about the Sonic movie becoming something like Alvin and Chipmunks in the live-action Smurfs movie. Oh, this level is made in multiplayer building? That's a neat context, Ivy. Also, welcome to the stream. Sometimes I wish there was an indicator for the levels made in co-op mode. Even though the Detective Pikachu movie will definitely decide to take more risks, I feel the final product of Sonic, especially with its plot lines, were done better. Oh sure, it's more the usual plot, but sometimes when you take risks, the final result can end up being worse. And that's one of the unfortunate things that happened to the Detective Pikachu movie, especially during the last segment of the movie where it starts to fall apart, I'd say. That's the exact mouse cursor I was using. Let me guess, he's weak to the command the bomb. Yeah, of course. That was an abrupt disappearance of the bombs. Really, they should just explode in midair and not damage the player, instead of just disintegrating into nothingness. What was that? This was okay, I guess. I like the previous two stages more. Fourth up is Blockman Training Alley by Jedok74, with 7 plays and a score of 1. We probably will have Piranha plans because they were present in the original classic series. And considering how many Mario verses there are, I'm not sure what they're going to base the movie off of. Is it going to be an origin story? A midway story? I know it's going to have comedy. Oh, by the way, to everyone watching, tomorrow will be a Mega Man 8-bit deathmatch stream. And you can join in the multiplayer if you join my Discord server. The link to join is in the description below, and also in the lower right part of the video. I won't be posting the server details unless you go to my Discord server. And that stream will run at 11:15 AM PDT tomorrow. It's alright, you can at least watch the stream. And because it's just multiplayer, I'll immediately post the stream archive. Did you say Muddy Spike Sewers? No, I don't recall playing it. Let me see. No, I don't think I did that. You can check the all levels covered list. Without using their weakness, the crunch dons or press dons, they're as damaging and durable as big eyes. Yeah, and I remember an earlier version of this stage. You're right, Jedok. This time we had Blockman's actual team playing. I don't want D-Tank. I'm fine. Actually, you know what? Let me go for it now. There's a checkpoint right over here. Well, there goes that idea out of the drain. Well, only a few seconds. Hey Daibuman, welcome to the stream. Quick question. Earlier and during the last stream, you submitted MMTM Sailman. Do you want me to cover it during this stream, or do you want me to cover it as part of the other level? As part of the other levels in your level pack? That being Mega Man Time Mystery. Right now, I'm not sure what's going to be in 1.7. Maybe we're going back to Mega Man 1 and 2. Or perhaps Mega Man base stuff. Okay, I'll cover it as the last level of this stream, Daibuman. How about that? I'll cover up to the first checkpoint. Blocks. One of the most versatile assets in Mega Man history. Mega Man Maker's history, that is. So much you can do with them, and so much you can break with them too. Case in point, I didn't time my slide correctly. True, Glacier. I want there to be more push block skins as well. I'm looking forward to level pack. I don't know if it would be possible 1.7, but if it is, considering we have multiplayer editing, probably players will need to host the servers themselves, and it'll work something like Megamix. Oh sure, many levels won't be built for it, but hey, put a disclaimer in for players. Being careful not to get crushed against anything. I very likely need this. I wish we had charged variants of each of these weapons to make up for the lack of power gear. Pretty well, Jaden. We had over 40 viewers. Welcome to the stream, Eduardo. Glad you could make it. Infestation mod? I've heard of it, but I haven't used it. Not tonight, sadly. Oops. Should have known that would happen. Maybe. But we don't have a Mega Man in base Famicom Edition either. And I suppose that would be easier to make because of more similar screen resolution and aspect ratio. Mega Man 11's aspect ratio is very different, as well as screen size and whatnot. Oh. Maybe in a future date I'll open up a multiplayer server. Not multiplayer server, but building server. Oh, you sent it to the Discord server, that's why. I didn't add it to the queue because I was on stream and I didn't have access to the Discord server. Okay. Yeah, I got overwhelmed by all the levels being submitted, so sorry about that. There's already a lot of levels ahead of the queue anyway, so I'll cover it next week. Snivy then. Don't worry, I will reshuffle levels around, because if I didn't reshuffle levels, we'd end up with a situation where 3 levels by the same author would be played in quick succession. And that wouldn't be really fair to a lot of the other players, designers. Still, this was a fun training ground for the block dropper. If I do it, it'll probably be in the morning, before the morning stream, but maybe I can do it in an evening stream. Fifth up is Dokkuroboto Saga Megalopolis Explosions by Protoman 1987, aka Eduardo, with 4 plays and a score of 1. I suppose so, Snivy. 3 choices. This is the time to test out the pile driver. No, well, I was hoping I'd get something else, but I was hoping I'd still have double jump, but apparently that's not the case. Protoman it is. Just for hard mode. Of course. Hey Diamond Wolf, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. What's the name? Name and genre. You know, outside of Mega Man, I don't know what you viewers' favorite genres and favorite games are. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night? Well, you have expressed interest in Metroidvanias in the past, so it's not too surprising for me. I mean, I'd be a lot more surprised if it's, for example, Buster who enjoyed it. Yeah, it's your level, Eduardo. But yeah, Bloodstained is essentially a modern version of the Igavania subgenre of Metroidvanias, aka Symphony of Night, Area of Sorrow, Dawn of Sorrow, etc. You know, we can have an entire video series of how Igavanias are set up, how they have their own unique blend of action RPG elements with Metroidvania elements to self-balance the game. I heard there's one last update left for Rock Force, but the dev is currently busy. I will have to eventually play that. Bloodstained and its NES version, or the retro game. Yeah, both are radically different. The first one is a love letter to the first trilogy of Castlevania games, the ones on the NES. Ritual of the Night. It's the difference between Curse of the Night and Ritual of the Night. Curse of the Night is a love letter to the NES Castlevania games. Ritual of the Night. Ritual of the Night is the Metroidvania. Even Curse of the Night is still a more fair version of the Castlevania games. The classic ones I'm referring to. And to correct your statement, Daibuman, it's more similar to the first three. Not so much the fourth one, as that had more changes. But yeah, I'm really thankful that that Kickstarter game was a success. I was a bit worried with some of the previous major Kickstarter flops. People were getting really worried if it was going to be kind of a disappointment. But thankfully, it pulled true. I don't know what happened with the original design. I guess designed by committee. I don't really blame the VFX artist for that, more the design committee. Figures. There are a whole bunch of callbacks and references in Bloodstained. I mean, they already referenced JoJo several times. And there's even a Shovel Knight summon. It did. Unfortunately. Similar, also Ukulele. At least the latter game has had a resurgence and a recovery period thanks to the Impossible Lair, which I will let's play in the future. After DKC though, I need to replay those games to get a handle on the design. True, Jaden, but unfortunately, see the difference between Bloodstained, Ukulele, and Mighty No. 9 and those ones is that for these three, they're aiming to be direct spiritual successors by the original design teams or similar ones to classic games. Whereas those ones you're mentioning are more inspired. Now don't get me wrong, they did awesome jobs, but that's what made people worried. Yeah, YouTube. It's also made by Paramount, so let's hope they learn their lesson. All I'll say is that Impossible Lair is better, yes. You should try it out. Yeah, the anti-eddies. Oh, rats. Well, I guess I'm not getting the extra. There's probably some better ones out there, plus I heard there's a crafting system of sorts. Yeah, they can, YouTube. They can be beaten. And to answer you... And I will be playing Guacamelee in the future, the first one. If that's any sense of consolation, Jaden. Yeah, Guacamelee. That's also a Metroidvania game. A Metroidvania mixed in with a brawler. Well, from my experiences playing other Castlevania games, there's probably a Super Shovel. Did you get the Shovel Knight summon, Daibuman? That's also a pretty fun one. Yep, I will, Jaden. I have a strong preference for Metroidvania, so it will be covered. A good level, but it did drag on. It felt like we split into two. Pretty much, Snivy. It's filled with so many different references. Next up is Ancient Aqueduct by GW9 with 93 plays and a score of 49. Shantae and the Seven Sirens? Probably not. I know the Shantae series, but if I'm gonna do it, I'll probably want to cover the first game first. What was the version you got on the Epic Game Store? That version. Oh, no, wait. I think it's the gold version. I'll double check in post. All I know is that it's the PC version that you can get on Steam. Wait, there was a sequel to Super Meat Boy? I know there's a spiritual successor to it. The end is nigh, but... Oh, Super Meat Boy Forever? I thought that was just an Endless Runner spin-off, not a sequel. Yeah, that's why I don't treat it as a sequel. If anything, The End is Nigh is a better sequel. I'll have to double check. And Shovel Knight is also maybe play too, all the versions. I mean, it's a perfect encapsulation of the best elements of NES design, while removing most of the bad parts. I mean, they essentially accidentally made a very good Mega Man-like game. I have both Super Meat Boy and The End is Nigh Daibuman, so I'm already covered in that front. Oh yeah, I remember that video series. If I do a Let's Play of it, I'm definitely not going to be doing what he did, especially due to the low precision required. I will not be able to 100% it either. The game becomes Kaizo near the end, especially with the Dark World version of that extra world. Exactly, Daibuman. Even though one was not intended to be a Mega Man spiritual successor, Shovel Knight did a much better job. Because I know the devs were more inspired by Super Mario Bros., but still. Don't remind you of that either. Not just the normal version Extra World, but the Dark World version. That's why I'll never 100% the game. I also have Celeste, by the way, but only in the Epic Games Store. I'll probably run a vote for which game to play in the future. Right now, there are too many games on the list I need to go through. And especially games I already have keys for. Yeah. To those watching, unless you're a masochist, don't 100% Super Meat Boy. The extra world will just completely wreck you. There's nothing else I can say about it. Just watch a YouTube video of someone completing it. That's just pure Kaizo. Whoa. I forgot ice physics. And I forgot dying. I doubt it, YouTube. We did have a crossover between Yooka-Laylee and Shovel Knight, but other than that, no. Still, I'd like to see more spiritual successors to other series. I mean, we had Shovel Knight for the NES, we had Freedom Planet for the Genesis and Saturn. We had Spark the Electric Jester for Genesis and Sonic games. Bloodstained for Castlevania. Agreed, yes, it's me. I said the same statement several times in the past years. I get why the devs use it, because of lower budget requirements. But at a certain point, everyone using the same low-fidelity 8-bit gameplay style or graphic style gets really old. I want to see high-bit style, I want to see 16-bit and 32-bit graphics. I want to see low-poly PS1 graphics. Not just 8-bit graphics. I 100%ed the first Magmal and Magmal 1R. Magmal 2, I'll see if 100%. If I do, it'll be on stream. Yeah, I 100%ed Cyberman, Snivy. That wasn't too bad, especially when you have a map. Fun stage, I liked it more than the previous one. For the next stage, I'm going to replace the music with something else. Assuming I don't screw it up. Because there's no NSF version of this, I'm gonna have to rely on the brute force method. Yeah, I remember that by Ultimate Mavericks X. Then of course there's the Rockman X Over games, which are also 32-bit. Technically we do have 60-bit fan games in the form of the X and Zero, but yeah. Well, it doesn't have one, so it doesn't have an NSF form, but you'll see. 7th up is Mega Pony Loyalmare Stage Remake by GalaxyMan64 with 12 plays and a score of 2. Let's hope the music's playing properly. Wow, bass with all those abilities, I'm going with that. And I have double jumping too. Well, I'm gonna break this now. Trying to replace the rainbow with... well, I guess I know what they're trying to do. I did during the previous stream, Gravity Beetle. Yeah, I agree. There are two teams in the game which I feel did better justice to the originals. Those being Kindmare and Wily Fortress 1. He was below par okay. He didn't really remake the stage to better fit with the assets. It's a combination of two songs, Airman Stage Team and... I forget the original name of the other song, but that was from the first season finale. And I get why I don't have the normal projectile attacks, because I'm playing as Dashi now. Effectively. Oh, I remember this section. This was really painful originally. Also, for some reason, there are no fans. Even though in the original there were fans here. It's not really awful, but no, it's definitely one of my least favorite tracks of the game. Alright, Sheepman. Let me guess, it's Charge Kick. Yeah, of course. I'm playing it really risky here. This is not the recommended strategy at all. Of course, I needed to get closer here. I was able to Gravity Beetle. One more. GG. As for recreation, I guess it was okay, but I feel they could have done better with replacing stuff with the fans, so I won't give it a thumbs up. And mind you, from what I've heard, this mashup of Airman's team with Flying Diamonds will be changed in a future version, or updated. Yeah, but you usually have a projectile weapon, J9. With a sliding weapon, it's more problematic. And Sheepman isn't even the easiest boss in this engine, Toadman is. 8 up is Pharoah in Space Remastered by Panther35 with 2 plays and a score of 1. Oh boy, here comes a long one. See, when we joke about Sheepman, we joke more about how his weapon sucks. The boss himself isn't exactly a pushover. And besides, if you only have the charge kick, some bosses become more problematic, like, for example, Stone Man. Toadman, of course, is easy regardless. And on the note of Mega Pony, I will return back to the game in the future to complete the new endless mode, to complete the new marathon mode or permadeath mode. Here we go. This stage has 115 screens and 2 different paths. Just for a bit more of a challenge, I'll go through it with Protoman. And on my next run, I'll go through the Mega Man. Yeah, Daibuman. Especially if you don't have sliding. You can do it without charge shots, but without sliding can cause issues depending on how setups is. Last Man is not exactly the pushover. I guess there's the lower route then. Springman, the thing with Springman is that he follows a very set pattern, at least in this engine. So he's maybe not exactly easy, but very predictable. And how can Springman be... Let's flip the question. And how is Bounce Man a ripoff of Springman? They have a very different attack style, movement style, etc. Everyone's forgetting easier road masters, it seems. But yeah, the easiest ones in the engine by far are Toadman and Topman. I think 8 or 9 stages had the Galaxy Man team, the non-parody version. Exactly, Daibuman. They have very similar Funhouse Carnival teams, but they're pretty much dissimilar. Oops, I forgot about that. Panda did remind me not to press any directional button while going to a teleporter. Maybe, maybe not YouTube. Depending on how long this takes, probably not. Hang on, Shadow stage take place in a factory? Well, I guess it does. Metal Man's the conventional factory. Shadow Man, I guess, is the molten factory. Oh yeah, winery. So, wine factory. FromSoft. Bye, Snivy. I mean, bye, Mr. Lee. Not you, Snivy. Graphical limitations, Jaden. And also, the game being rushed. Could be. Quite a few levels in Mega Man 3 took place on other planets. Thank you for cooperating. So I guess a sake factory? I guess the route I'm taking is the weapon capsule relay route. Only in the English version. And you resist. I get that what they were going for, but it wasn't handled the best. Ow. Am I dead? Well, it's really a stage split between two routes, Snivy. So it's more like 50-50. I guess due to color palette limitations, probably they should have recolored it to be less dark red. Make it a lighter shade of red. As I said before, I really enjoy playing Metroidvanias. I just like the amount of exploration you get, as well as the power progression. That's also partly why I like the Mega Man series, the non-linearity. It's not really... the main part I like of Metroidvanias most is the non-linearity, and more player choice, usually. Wily's Mobile Fortress. Ah, the easy button. No extra life energy. And a reminder to you all, when I'm done with this stage I have to take the upper pathway next. Otherwise I've just completed half the stage. According to Panda, there is another pathway. Right at the start of the stage, I went down instead of up. We'll find out soon enough. See, this is where the two pathways link up with each other. Double Pharoah. This is an appropriate team for this battle. Yep, we're essentially underwater. To simulate lower gravity. Good thing I have all these E-tanks. Oh boy, this is where playing as Protoman is a bit more of a problem. One down, one left to go. Ah, that was a close one. I thought I was gonna fail this. Shield Penguin as being an okay to decent one. I know no constancy can be a bit brutal, but compared to many other the 2 ROM hacks I played, I feel that's one of the better ones. I'm also gonna have to contact the dev of One Step for Meeting to figure out what's the holdup with the keys. Ah, fan favorite? I don't know if I consider No Constancy to be a fan favorite, but probably more like 5 out of 10 or 4 out of 10 if people wanted to. Well... okay, let's go with just plain old Mega Man. If I was thinking of a fan favorite ROM hack, it would probably be 4 Voyage or 4 Minus Infinity. And Burst Chaser Crosshair Sliding. Those are the 3 ones that are off the top of my head which would be considered fan favorites. Base is easy mode of the stage, by the way, so that's why I'm not going with him. See this route earlier? Here's the alternate route. So in this round we get a different chain of special weapons and utilities. This time the bouncing while climbing item tree. When you say dash jumper, do you mean double jumping? Or do you mean air? Where does air sliding fall under this? And I've yet to cover Burst Chaser Crosshair Sliding. And I know if I recall correctly, Minus Infinity also influenced 4 Voyage, especially in terms of programming. Okay, I don't know what keeps happening there. It's like there's an invisible block which allows me to clip through. Unfortunately, in terms of ROM hacking community, there doesn't appear to be that much crossover between the Japanese and Western communities, outside of pure Sabe. And maybe Rock 5 easily. Try taking a trait that's barely used. For example, a helper weapon, or something that'll summon helpers for you. Up. Oh yeah, gray zone. That also plays Ultra down there. Welcome to the stream, Adonis. I'm quite enjoying it. I didn't really have motion sickness for that, but again, your mileage may vary. I mean, for example, there was one stage in Magma 2 which almost gave me motion sickness, And that wasn't even marked as motion sickness. Oh yeah, by the way, I will be going back to Magel 2 and finishing the rest of the game on stream. Yeah, that level for me was fine. Bouncy house, bouncy castle. It was that one level in whatever the true final castle is that caused some issues. Gotcha, Wardonis. Just stand here. Oh boy, the lag saved me there. I know, right? I know you don't exactly like Punk, but his weapon rocks. Okay, I guess that was a joke battle. Anchor, the one with the mirror buster. Oh, don't remind me about this stage. I know there's an X6 fix progress in development, and they haven't even gotten yet to this stage. That's gonna take a while to resolve. Too much unpredictable RNG. Oh, of course, Eclipse right through there. Bouncy Castle, well, the problem was the playtesters didn't actually get motion sick. Hi there, Panta. Currently on the upper route. Let me troop, thank you. X5 has its own issues with how the timing system works, but I feel it's overlooked too much. I know there's an X6 hack that's aiming to fix several of the issues, or many of the issues of that hack, or the original X6, but boy does it take a while. And thus ends this stage. I'll refight the bosses just for posterity. At least I don't take double damage from all the bosses. Still, E-tanks are handy. Screw Crusher. The other issue I find with X5... well, let's talk about it first. Good work, Panta. Or decent work, though the level did drag on a bit. I'd probably split off each pad into its own level. And to respond to you, Jaden, one of the issues I see is that even if you beat all 8 Mavericks, there still isn't a 100% chance to succeed in firing the cannon or the shuttle, which I find to be pretty strange. And frankly, Sniper Joes aren't even the hardest enemies here. Ninth up is New City of Time Adventure by Chengkitsun with 4 plays and a score of 1. Yep, Jaden, as long as you defeat all 8 Mavericks on time, give the best ending, or happy ending. Yeah, Metal Shark Prayer, I get what they were going for, but like with pretty much everything in X6, it was executed badly. Yeah, that's his username here also. He has multiple. Yeah, the best parts of X6 were Yanmark and the music. You may have been influencing the RNG, Panta. Of course, it may be just coincidence as well. An X6 update is still taking a while, so once it's finished, I will let's play it. It'll be nice to play a fixed version of X6. Yanmark. I thought it was Yanmark. His weapon was pretty fun as well, the Yanmark option. Okay, Yanmark. Oh no. This place is already under construction and now it's being set ablaze. The insurance companies are not going to be happy. Actually, Jaden, there is an X2 version of Project Zero, yeah, under development. And did you play the base Project Zero version of X3, or did you play the Project Zero extra mod or hack? Oh, rats. Considering all the other things that X6 did wrong, I didn't really care about the designs as much. I didn't really care if they looked at NPCs or not. Is this the intended way you're supposed to do this? I stole the ladder, I stole the elevator and kept going. This is why you have stoppers for that. Oh boy. Well... yeah, that's why it's still under development, Jaden. It's not ready for playtime. Well, Protoman stole an entire elevator and destroyed Blastman. Well, I'll give it a thumbs up for that last section. Call fake man. Tenth up is Level Collab by Keaton, Gustas3d4, MMPU2 Plus MM12, SLB055 by Keaton and friends, with 22 plays and a score of 7. The elevator was supposed to be for that introductory section, but because you could slide in through the bottom, I was able to steal it, and kept it through the inertia. The Proto Strike is basically an upgraded Protoman's charge shot. Ah yes, rocks. Don't worry, Daibuman. After this stage is done, after this or another stage is done, I will cover your stage right after this. I forgot to change the order. His Commander Yanmark is a he. Oh no. Okay, good. Bubbleman can repurify the water. He actually deletes his bubbles too. Get me out of here. Hey Elite, I played your stage earlier. Even Zero from the X series was sometimes confused. And fun fact, Daibuman, in the Mega Mix manga, if I recall correctly, Centaur Man is also a she. And she was royally ticked off at Mega Man for killing Nightman, or destroying Nightman. I get what this stage's conceit is. Each mini-level is made by a different author. Yeah, as long as their IC chips are saved. Which is true for most of them. Time for Sheepman's 100 whatever section. Weakness orders. Yeah, not canon, it's an AU. Oh, whoops. I just noticed that I was paying too much attention to chat there. I noticed at the wrong time. Seeing those moments really makes me want to see more media for X, especially covering the universe, not just the Maverick Hunters. We had several media covering the citizen life of people in the classic series, by way of Battle Network and similar media. But I want to see more of the general life in the X series. Thank you, Kubelik. It'll be safer next week. Seriously failed? Well, again, non-canon. I'm listening in terms of boss battles. I will add it to the queue, Kubelik. Well, that's an easy way of interrupting it. I feel sorry for Sheepman here. Hi Queen Monica, welcome to the stream. I'm getting close to the end. Wait, what? That seems like some crazy logic to me. Or as some would say, Maverick logic. Now, if they're all in cyberspace, it makes sense to me, but they're not. Well, that makes more sense, to be honest. I guess this was okay, but not by much. Alright, I'll cover this stage, then the first part of Daibuman's level, then I'll end up the stream. 11th up is Cool Factory by Humanman Jonster and Gustas3d4 with 24 plays and a score of 10. Figures he would do that. Why was this here then? There was no point to going there. And yeah, I agree, Jaden. To be fair, in that series, because cyberspace is used as justification for a lot of different things. And I still find it funny how eerily accurate the Battle Network series came to the Internet of Things we have nowadays. In some ways, they were behind the times. I don't know, I would consider Star Force to be a universal level. If they ever make a sequel to the Battle Network series, interquel in between that and Star Force, I would like to see them delve into the Internet of Things, and more how society currently is developing. I didn't imagine we'd have internet-connected toilets, for one. They were so ahead of their time. Considering how much of a jerk Wily is, that doesn't sound out of character at all. Mind you, if I don't have the charge shot, Pumpman is more of a challenge. Well, EXE Wily is much more intent on having revenge and destroying society. Frankly, EXE Wily is much more bloodthirsty, considering us much more willing to actually harm people. And to be fair, in the EX series, there isn't really the tree laws or robotics, so... I mean, considering what happened in the prologues of Battle Network 2 and 6, we saw what happened there. Well, Spiral Pegasus was also part of Repliforce. We'll talk more about that during the X5 Let's Play. Well, we do see them. At the very least, we actually see Kane. But after that, yeah, we don't really see them, unless we count Maverick Hunter X. Alright, to round off this stream, I'll be finishing off with Sailman by Daibuman with 31 plays and a score of 9. Keynote, I will be only playing up to the first checkpoint, nothing more. So I won't write this down on the all levels covered list. Yeah, he's the only one. We see more human, well, also Dr. Light, but in AI form. But in terms of general in-the-flesh humans, we don't really see more of them until Maverick Hunter X. And as usual, I'm stealing these weapons. When I play this in a level pack in the future, I won't cheat. Yeah, he did. In X2 and X3. Hey, while Mega Man stole those special weapons, Protoman stole an entire elevator. Continuing this trend, what will Base steal next? The Wily Saucer? Or the credentials of Wily's bank account information? Alright, clip's right true. Yeah, we did get... Once we got into the Zero and ZX series, I'm glad we actually got more humans. Really, that's something next year you should have shown more. Especially in the early games. Seriously, there's so much interesting story potential between the conflicts of humans or Reploids that wasn't touched upon the X series. I know it was also touched upon in the Zero series, but I'd like to see it touched upon in a less darker setup. Yeah, I'll be saving for next week, YouTube. Forget stealing a cameo in an MMP Mega Man game, he'd probably steal the main character slot. By the way, if anyone's making a base in Mega Pony game, I will cover it. In fact, please make it, that'd be awesome. Based in Equestria. Alright, this ends this stage. I won't cover the rest, I'll save it for the level pack. So far, pretty good introductions to the wheel platforms. I didn't expect that much of fast falling outside of that. So, out of the 12 levels I played on the stream, my favorite one would probably be Ancient Aqueduct by GW9, aka Glacier Wolf, with an honorable mention going to Blockman Training Alley by Jedok74. So during tomorrow's morning stream at around 11:15 AM PDT, I will be playing several multiplayer matches of Mega Man 8-Bit Deathmatch with you. The server information and password will be present in the Discord server, which you can join by clicking on the link in the description below or visiting the link located in the lower right part of the video. Make sure you have downloaded the latest version of 8-Bit Deathmatch and Doom Seeker before you join the stream. Well then, thanks for watching and hope to see you all tomorrow. Toodles!